Alrighty, hello. Gosh, it's been a minute. It's been like 3 weeks the last time we touched this, and I hope like my memory's good enough. What we're getting ourselves into. I do remember that we're still accused of murder, but I think what's her name? Well, I think we've managed to convince at least our the what's her name? Oh my gosh, it's been so long. But anyway, we managed to at least convince the main female lead that we are not as sussy as we seem, but she's still sussy of us. This is much as I remember. And we met Herlock Sholmes. Yes, we met the main detective in this game, as it seems. That's cool. We've yet to meet who the prosecutor may be in this case. And I believe we are still investigating the crimes. The crime scene. Oh, yes. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. He's like an undercover policeman, this guy. Hosonaga, I remember. So what are your special orders this time, Inspector? Oh, Susato, that's her name. Yes, and why are you dressed as a member of the crew? Why he's silent? I guess he can't tell us. I'm so sorry. Huh? This is all my fault. I have to take full responsibility. What just happened? For what? My orders were to act as Asogi-san's bodyguard. Oh? It was Minister of Justice Jigoku who pushed for this overseas study tour to go ahead. And he entrusted me with ensuring that Asogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated. Assassinated? How could that even have been a possibility? I'm not sure. Oh, Hosonaga, I like you. But these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Minister Jigoku said we should be prepared for all eventualities. This is incredible. I don't believe it! Kazuma-sama was assassinated? Obviously, we couldn't give Asogi-san a visible security escort. Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. I see. And I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board, from morning until night, every day. But I never imagined it would happen here, inside his own cabin. Not here on the first-class deck. Yeah. I failed miserably at my assignment, and Asogi-san is dead as a result. No, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize. Inspector. So if there's anything at all that I can do to help now, just say the word. Permission to investigate. Yeah. We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma-sama's death ourselves. I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer? Of course not! We'd really like to investigate the cabin next door. Yes, so we need to be allowed out of this cabin. I'm sorry. What? You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. If you move to even touch the handle of the cabin door, that stormy-looking seaman there would surely snap your neck in two. I suppose. I'm not just a stowaway now. They think I'm a murderer as well. Yeah, no kidding. Would it be possible to give me something to work with, you think? I'm going to need something persuasive. Persuasive? What do you mean? If I had a sullen reason why the next door cabin should be investigated, for example, I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to. I love him, but I don't see how. There may be a way. What, really? Think of how you tried to persuade me of your innocence, Naruhodo-san. By presenting me with a piece of evidence that you already had in your possession. Evidence? It's just the same as when you are in court. You must have done it many times during your trial. Simply select the Present panel and choose some evidence that Inspector Hosonaga can use. So, evidence that would give us a viable reason to investigate the next door cabin, is it? Alright, yes. I think I might know what we can use. Let's see if I can present the detective with the evidence he needs to persuade the captain. No. For wardrobe and purple ink. An article on the front page of a Russian newspaper. The headline reads, Revolutionary Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. For his death, he spied what appeared to be a speckled band. You can hear a faint whistling sound. It looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Oh, this. I can... How do I give this to him? Oh, that's how. Never mind. I'm dumb. What's that? It's Kazuma's diary. Just before he died, Kazuma-sama wrote something rather strange in his diary. Strange? In what way? He wrote, what looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? That is strange. Yes, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that. But what I'd like to know is... Don't tell me the ventilator, is it? You are very astute, Inspector. That ventilator clearly joins to the next door cabin. That's right. So if we could investigate in there, we might be able to work out what this speckled band was. Also, I need to test... I need to test if, like, my mic's bad or is it fine? What does my voice sound like? Hold on. I'm sorry if you hear, like, an echo. Oh my god, hold up. I'm like... Oh my god, wait, is there something wrong with my stream? I have no idea. Hold on! Oh no. Wait, hold on, hold up, I will be right back. There's nobody here to tell me if my stream's going wrong too, I'm like... I don't know. I think I'm fine. I think I'm fine. I think whatever I'm like hallucinating and maybe I'm fine. I have no idea. Alright then. I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. I'll have to entrust the investigation to you. Really? You're willing to do that? Yes, as long as you don't leave the first-class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove those handcuffs, though. But what about the captain? Aren't you going against his direct orders? Ahem. I'm a man of my word. I love you. And I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. Yeah, let's go. After all, I failed to keep Asogi-san safe. That's the least I could do. Yeah, let's go. Thank you. Let's seize the moment then, Naruhodo-san. Hold on, I need to check to see if my mic is okay. I think there's something wrong with my stream's delay. Oh no. I'm going in and I'm watching, my stream playing out on my phone. And something looks off. I don't know if that's just if that's a me issue. Oh my lord. Just select move and then we can leave this cabin at last. Move. Alright, let's see what we can find out. Oh, wait. Yeah. Here we go. Okie dokie. Whew, I'm finally out of that cabin. I have to admit, this isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be. And this is the most luxurious accommodation. Yes, indeed. Kazuma-sama was being sent on this study tour by the government. That's why he was being put up in a first-class cabin. Even still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation in Sturridge? Really? That must be awful. Oh, look over there! That's another crewman keeping watch. And he looks enormous, even if he is sitting down. The door next to him leads to the second-class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure that no one comes in here who shouldn't. I suppose. Like people in handcuffs? Naruhodo-san, you look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I would have thought you'd be used to the ship by now. We've been at sea for 2 weeks already. Well, yes, I know, but the thing is, I was inside Kazuma's trunk when I first came aboard. And ever since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe. It must have been a very trying time for you. Please don't give me that pitying look. Alrighty. Examine! Let's do this. This looks like a plan of the SS Beautia. It shows each deck. Look! The Beautia is a large-scale steamship with a triple-skinned hull. What a marvel of engineering! Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually, but... how is it that such a huge lump of metal doesn't just sink to the bottom of the ocean? Oh, that's quite simple, Naruhodo-san. It is? Well, consider the Japanese archipelago. The islands of Japan? Yes. They are not metal, but they are enormous lumps of earth, many, many times larger than this ship. And they don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily on the sea since the gods created them. Well, I suppose so. Okay. This big book. Humongous. That's a huge book on top of the table there. And there's a pin next to it. Yes, that looks like the ship's log. Shall we have a little look through it? The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded. You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. Hello, Dragon. It's going well. I hope that, I thought, maybe I'm having, an issue with my audio. If I'm, repeating or if my stream's, I don't know how my stream is on your end. But, I was, seeing myself, repeating, so many words, or, it was, reminding for me so constantly. But I think I'm hallucinating. I think I'm fine. You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. And nothing. No reaction at all. I thought he might appreciate the compliment. But the stream, the game, it's going well. Today's been great so far as well. I'm not sure that rough and ready is much of a compliment, Naruhodo-san, even to a sailor. Yes, you were the one with the reinforcer profile picture, right? Anyway, last night's log is mostly blank. Presumably that means there was nothing to report. Okay, hi! Oh, should we talk to him directly? Is it wait, let's move here first. Okay. This is it. This is the cabin next to ours. The one on the ventilator connects to. Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging. Maybe whoever's in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. Oh, that's a close up. Excuse me, we need to get inside this cabin here. Oh no. The sailor's eyes speaks volumes. They're clearly saying, "Keep out!" That's what I wrote on the sign we put over the wardrobe doors. Although this man's version is definitely more effective. Oh, okay. Yeah, hi, thank you for coming by. Oh, I streamed Reverie last night actually too. I was thinking about streaming that later today as well. It doesn't look like he's going to let us pass. That's a problem. I guess we talk to him then. Excuse me, but could I ask you something? You little stowaway murderer! That wasn't a good start, was it? Alright, let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm so sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask something of you? You little third-class lady's maid! Oh my gosh. Oh. You seem to have caught the sailor on a bad day, Susato-san. I'm not sailor, my mother gave me name. I am Senior Crewman Biff Stroganoff. Beef Stroganoff. Beef. That's a pun name. Isn't it? The food, I think. Ooh, the best thing is just to avoid eye contact, I think. Mr. Stroganov, about the first class cabin area. Here we are in the finest part of Beautia steamship for very important persons. What sort of very important persons? Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret, and many important persons. That is why I am always guarding this place. Gosh, that's amazing. But somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. I want to pick you up and throw you in ocean, but Stroganov is not an animal. Thank you? If I may, I was wondering, is the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's currently occupied? Yeah! Susato-san, did you understand that? It sounded like da. Yeah. I think it's probably Russian for yes. Or no. Genius. It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. Well, it sounds like there is somebody in the next door cabin at least. Yes. It's tantalizing. Oh, okay. Could you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's? His name is Mr. Grimsby Roulot. He's a very important Western gentleman. A Western gentleman? Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with the murder of a student boy. How can you be so sure about that? Mr. Roulot is authentic Western gentleman. Such a man would have no interest in lowly student from insignificant Far East Islands. Racist? Oh my gosh. That was harsh, no kidding. Could you tell us when Mr. Roulot came aboard? That is not your business. Come to think of it. Even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now, and I've been in Kazuo's cabin the entire time, we've never once heard anything from the next door cabin, or even felt like there's anyone there. Well, presumably since this gentleman is occupying one of the first-class cabins, he must be rather important. Is that right? That is not your business. Oh my gosh. Are you on watch here all the time, Seaman Stroganov? Da, all time. So criminals like you cannot come in, or get out. I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all? It is sad about student boy. Were you on watch last night as well? Of course. And did you not notice anything at the time? Anything unusual? Hate! Susato-san, did you understand that? It was clearly a no! I saw nothing unusual. Nothing at all. And you didn't hear any strange noises? Or sense anything was wrong in some way? I said no! Sorry! I'm not so sure. I could have sworn that he wouldn't catch my eye for a moment there. This is enough. I cannot say more now. Oh. It is time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin. Yes, alright. Bulkhead to second class area staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistles on top of a mountain. Or as English say, when the pigs fly. Yes, I understand. Good. Now we can investigate this area properly, shall we? Definitely. Woo! Should we investigate the door? Right here? Why not? Okay. What about this? Okay. So game wants us to go in here. Got it. This is it. This is the cabin next to ours. The one the ventilator connects to. Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled bin emerging. Maybe whoever's in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. Knock knock. Nothing. No answer. No answer. Why no answer? Wait, there's another room over there. We're out of luck, it seems. There's no one in there to help with our inquiries. Oh. How annoying. Yeah, no kidding. Let's see. Wait, can we not? Hold on. Let me move. No, can we not go back? Oh wait, there we go. What's this? Ah, a trap for catching mice. Yes, we have plenty of those back home in Japan. Although they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait. Let me see. Yes, I think that's what's called is cheese. It's made from the milk of cows. Cheese? I wonder what that tastes like. You can't eat it, Naruhodo-san. The trap will snap shut on your fingers. Really? But... I suppose you're right. You weren't actually going to try it, were you? All I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks is Kazuma's leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe. Poor you. I'll find a little snack for you later. Aww, she's so sweet. Or rather, she pities us so much, huh? That's so... Aww. First class cabin number 1. Yes, that's our cabin. Not our cabin, it's Kazuma-sama's. Sorry? Your accommodation is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin. You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you? As well as the wardrobe I've been calling home. These cabins are the finest on the ship. My own cabin is in steerage is number 539, by the way. 500 and... How many cabins are there? Okie dokie. Wait, oh no. Let's move. There we go. I guess we go in here. That's the way to the second class area of the ship. I hate to run, but Twitch seems to drain on my Wi-Fi, so I can only run for a little. Oh, okay. Is something wrong? Well, thank you for stopping by. I was thinking about making a run for it, just for a moment. Things aren't exactly going well for me. I might be wrong, but I imagine the moment you reached for the handle of the door, that burly seaman would surely shoot you dead. No kidding. Oh dear. I'm sorry, Perhaps I went a little too far there. No, I started with my talk of running away. And there's no way I could run away while Kazuma's death remains a mystery anyway. Let's see. What else is there left to investigate? This, I guess? What do you think this is? It's a very pleasing shape, isn't it? Okay, thank you for stopping by, Dragon. That's the emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it. Oh, an alarm. It says, press only in times of emergency. It looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship, and brings the vessel to a complete stop. Oh, what are you doing, Naruhodo-san? You mustn't touch it! But this is an emergency situation. Just look at these handcuffs. You know full well that's not what that alarm is for. If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an emergency, even worse situation. Oh, you... Oops. My brain. Haha, I wish everything was just, this ship included. If you have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else. Ah! What the... What was that? It came from inside the cabin. Such a high-pitched scream. It must have been a woman. Stand aside! I'm about to break the door down. Mr. Sholmes! I shan't be stopped. When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking doors off their hinges. Please, wait, Mr. Sholmes. The door doesn't appear to be bolted. It doesn't? Then how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What prey can I kick? I think we should go in. There's no time to think about stress relief. Oh no, what's happening? This is Birya First Class Cabin number 2. Murderer! Murderer! I think he's a murderer! Who are you? A Western gentleman? This man looks Russian to me. We heard a woman scream. A woman? Don't be absurd! As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin. True, this old man does appear to be the only person in here. But in that case, who just screamed? Get out! All of you, now! Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimsby Roulette, I believe. Yes, that's me, and you are... I'm the one and only, the actual Herlock Sholmes! You've heard of me, no doubt? No! I'm a great detective among great detectives, one who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less. So I assure you, you may trust me completely. The man uses that magazine like a business card. A detective? I do not trust detectives. We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there shouldn't appear to be a lady concealing... But there wouldn't be. There wouldn't be. Within the wardrobe this time. So might I be so bold to ask you to open that small traveling case? What? Don't be stupid! How could anyone fit in a small trunk like that? Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk. Don't look at me. Oh, what the? Oh my, did you see that, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes! The case just shook! Is there a baby in there? Leave it now! Otherwise I'll call the steward! So this is Kazana's neighbor, Mr. Grimsby Roulette. There's no doubt about it. This strange Russian man is hiding something. I couldn't agree more. Let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns. What the? Do you have a moment, please, Mr. Sholmes? You need only address me as Sholmes. And that's what I just did, isn't it? Well, Mr. Sholmes, what were you doing in there? Why, I was resting, of course. Resting? Indeed, I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe while waiting. Waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call for my great powers of deduction into service. Oh. And it would seem that the hour is upon us now. The time has come. Am I mistaken? Well, no, actually, you're spot on, for once. Observe closely. Our Russian host in this cabin, Mr. Roulette, is clearly trying to hide something. And do you know what is the most effective weapon to use against a Russian holding a secret? Hiding a secret. Why? The truth, of course! Though it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for the Russians. Right. Can you imagine how the Russian will react when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it? Oh yes, please! Well then. What you are about to see may well astound you. For I am about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case! Oh. Could this man be a more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you? What? From time to time, it occurs to me. Is the fellow dubious on account of his Russianness, or Russian on account of his dubiousness? I really don't think either of those things should be occurring to you. Or anyone. That's right, and Mr. Sholmes. I know this man's beard and dark glasses are hard to ignore, especially in the first meeting, but I once read, it is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. It biases the judgment. Shh! I must have complete silence! What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that? Ah, I just thought. Oh, as I thought. Yes, I have quite made up my mind now. There can be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Roulette, I have reached two incontrovertible conclusions. What do you mean? Number one, your true identity is that of a villain! Using those shears, you are about to end the existence of something most dear. Are you not? Huh? Oh, he hid that. Why you hide that? And number two, the other conclusion I have drawn. You are, at this very moment, no less, in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realize you have been discovered. does it not? Ah! Well, Naruhodo-san, I never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholm's great deductions with my own eyes. That was a great deduction? Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. In a single glance, he can deduce all there is to know about a person. What? What an ineffable twaddle! Oh yes, I've read about it countless times in The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes. The Adventures? And now I've experienced the most astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand. Oh, this is just like a dream come true! I can hardly believe it, but... oh, the color has drained from Mr. Roylet's face! It looks like somehow both Mr. Sholmes' conclusions were right! How? How could you? How could I possibly know such things, you wish to say? Very well then. I shall elucidate. I shall explain how it was that I arrived at this pair of conclusions. So do I cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery. Let us board the train of reasoning. Put plainly, let us work through my deductions together. Oh, the game is afoot. Old man's identity. So, the dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Roylet, obviously what catches the eye in the first place, is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now, we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? But this is so cool. The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You are on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious board you sport. Now, moving on. The question then begged is this. Why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Roylet? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper, and particularly the fascinating front-page article, which it would appear you've read also, Mr. Roylet. Oh my. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. Oh. In translation, the headline reads, Revolutionary Violin Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. In short, your true identity is beyond a doubt. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, Violin Bolshevik. Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand. Yeah, I like this. This is cool. Now, as for my second conclusion, you are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime? Over there. Oh yes, Mr. Roylet. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. Ah! And I assure you, the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. Yeah, oh. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, the traveling case. It is time, I think, that the case be opened and its contents laid bare. No, I refuse! What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask? By my estimation, a young lady, perhaps. One slight enough to fit therein. That's a tiny case! Like, is that a baby? Is he hiding a baby? Did he kidnap a baby? Don't be absurd. And what, pray, would be the identity of this young lady in the traveling case? Dear me. We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? You careless Coupe Dale betrays you. Once again, we only need follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your traveling case can equally be found in the pages of this newspaper. For there is another, most stimulating article. If we turn from the fleeing revolutionary to the back page... No way! Renowned prima ballerina of the Novavik Ballet appears from Shanghai. Such a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Your crime is that of abduction! Oh my god, this is so cool. I love him. According to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this Russian enigma, Elemensky. Susato-san, that wasn't one of the greatest deductions I've been hearing so much about, was it? Well, the stories are full of Mr. Sholmes' brilliant deductions, you know? But that did seem a little different somehow. Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes. Could you come over here a moment? Pray, what can I do for you? It's about your deductions. Would you mind? Not at all. Go on. Well, to start with, there's the newspaper article. I think we had the same discussion before, but... these two men look nothing like each other. Ah yes, I recall our discussion earlier. And at the time, I believe I told you that the man is a revolutionary. Well, able to revolutionize his own appearance. In fairness to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Roylott does look more like this man than you do. That's not the point. And another thing, a part about him abducting the ballerina. Indeed, a truly startling revelation. At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young woman. Not just at first glance, it is too small, clearly! You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old child into that case, even if you pushed really hard. I don't suppose the missing ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she? You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15. No, I didn't know. How could I? Well, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of her would be poking out from that case. Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe. A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote certain lethiness in their bodies. Vinegar? For such a sour bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines of that small case. Oh dear, you might be thinking of contortionists in the circus, Mr. Sholmes. The whole thing is turning into a circus. Mr. Naruhodo, some things occurred to me about Mr. Sholmes' deductions just now. I think his powers of observation are, well, magical. His eyes cut to the heart of the matter almost instantly. It's just where he directs his attention and his logic that seems a little off. Your idea of a little may be a little off itself, Mrs. Sato. No kidding. It's just one or two key words in his deductions that seem to let him down. So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactfully switch them for alternatives. What do you think? Switch some keywords in his deductions. Yes, but very tactfully. I feel sure if we could do that, we'd unlock the true genius of Mr. Sholmes' great deduction. Precisely the thought that was going on through my own mind. This man is a lot of work. At times, I wonder how anyone puts up with me. It's not that funny. Aw, and you, my good fellow. Sorry. Take a moment to look at your wrists. My wrists? Oh, where are your handcuffs? Huh? How did... I felt they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction. I don't believe it. Mr. Sholmes, you are a marvel. Yea, we're free of handcuffs. And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we are finished. I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this. So, let us begin. Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. So, the dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Boylot. Obviously, what catches my eye in the first place is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You were on the verge of using that shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. I'm not sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard? I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. It doesn't quite sit right with me, though. It doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. Boylot either. Which means, I suppose, that the deduction is wrong. Let's try to switch a keyword here, Naruhodo-san, and see if it helps matters. Alright, but how? I think we should start by taking a long, hard look at Mr. Boylot. I need to get water. There we go. Excuse me a moment. Okay, I'm back. I wonder if it's really his beard that he intended to use those shears on. Exactly. If we do manage to find something that seems to fit the scent of Mr. Sholmes' deductions better, then what? Then I'll leave the rest in your capable hands, Naruhodo-san. Why am I the one to do something about this? Well, anyway, let's see if there's anything we could even use to switch around in that last sentence. What exactly was Mr. Roylott really going to use those enormous shears for? What would he use them for? Maybe his hat? No, why would you cut your hat? Wait. Why do you have this golden locks maybe? I mean, is that the only thing else? Why would he want to cut his hat? Or trim it, really? Let's see golden locks. What the? What's this? It looks like a cascade of stunning golden locks. No, 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 the color is not the point. The point is, what's it doing on the back of Mr. Roylott's head? And how is it growing out from underneath his thick black hair? Well, yes, that's true. So it's stunningly beautiful and stunningly surprising. Something's definitely not right here. His hat? It's a very thick hat, isn't it? Ah, that's the secret you see, Naruto-san, don't you know? Secret, what? Well, before we left Japan, I took some time to study various foreign countries. Russia is a land of unimaginable cold, and a thick hat is the secret to keeping warm. Without one, I read that your brain would freeze! That was just one of my fascinating snippets of information, and oh mother, not Russia! I think maybe you picked the wrong book there. Okay. What was he really about to cut? Where can I... Maybe he's gonna cut the case? No, it won't let me click that. There's a what if he cut his glasses or something? I don't know what else would he... Cause like, what? I guess we'll examine the copious beard? Why not? It really is a very full beard, isn't it? Yes, although according to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Roylott was about to cut it off. I still think that he looks nothing like the man in the pictured pictured in the newspaper article, though. The apparently merciless revolutionary, violent Bolshevik. So if he wasn't going to cut off his beard, presumably he was going to cut something else. Yes. We need to look at this from a fresh perspective and try to work out that... what? Okay, now what do we do? I feel like I examined everything. How do I make a correction?
Yes!
Oh! Oh! That's what I was gonna do. Oh, this is cute. I like this. You're on the verge of using the shears to cut away the golden locks you sport. Indeed. You have identified the precise detail I was intending to expose. Such lush, golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. You are not a man at all, you are a woman, and judging from the length and sheen of your hair, one still very much in her youth. Oh no. If only I had managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected. The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain and we have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. No. Well, that was a shock. I had no idea that the old man was really a young woman in disguise, did you? Wait. Wait. Why are you staring at me like that? Yes, it was a surprise Naruto-san. You were enjoying this, aren't you? Wait, I have a thought. Okay, what if, okay, the newspaper, right? What if the Russian dude over there, what if that was actually a woman, aka the ballerina, disguised as a Russian man? Yeah. Oh my god. Sorry. You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room deducing the facts with Mr. Schultz. I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything. This is strictly business, not strictly... Yes, I understand. Say no more. Well, anyway, let's focus on this next part of Mr. Schultz's deduction, shall we? The evidence that he's picked out doesn't fit the facts at all now. No, that's true, given that Mr. Roylott is actually a woman. Exactly, he, or rather she, can't possibly be this merciless revolutionary, but she could be the ballerina in the newspaper. I suppose it's because the deduction as a whole has taken a different direction now. Yes. Let's switch the evidence for something else, something that fits the facts so we now understand them. For some reason, this woman needed to try and hide her true identity. I feel as though I've either read or heard about a young woman in a situation like that recently. Alright, I'll do my best. Yeah, her. This is interesting. Have you found something relevant, Naruto-san? Well, no. I mean, it looks like it might be interesting. I can't read a single word, I'm afraid. No, nor can I, but look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess, do you think? She is very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, do you? I don't know. I can't make any sense of it. But yeah, she's sporting a fancy tiara, maybe she's like some sort of princess. Oh, I'm glad you've noticed this article. Ah! Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. Oh, thank you. Pops up everywhere, this Mr. Sholmes. It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novavika Ballet disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova. Pavlova? Why are Russian names so hard to remember? It would appear the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room. Wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured, which is worth about 20,000 rubles. Oh, how much is 20,000 rubles? I have no idea, but I'm quite sure. It must be an unbelievable sum of money. Susato-san's eyes are shining like diamonds themselves. The tiara is the property of the Novavika Ballet. I would think the director is beside herself with worry. Yes, I'm not surprised. No kidding. The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. They've requested international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain. Could this be another case of a Russian fleeing his or her country? It does seem to be the Russian thing to do. I'm not even going to dignify with that with the response, Mr. Naruhodo. Okay. We can present it, y'all. Are you quite concentrating? You've identified exactly what I did originally. Oh yes. So I have. Sorry. Well, I do understand. As inimitable as I am, people do like to try. But you won't make a great detective like that, nor even a great detective's assistant. An assistant's assistant, then? Alright, I'll think again. Wait. Yes, I know. Wait, we got that wrong. I thought that was like the right evidence to use. This wasn't the right thing to use. Oh, I'm dumb. Okay.
Yes.
The evidence that reveals your Trinity identity is, of course, the article about the ballerina. That's right. You've hit the nail on the head. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novavik Ballet disappears from Shanghai. It would appear we are finally able to address you by your true name. Yes, because your true identity is that of the Novavik Ballet's prima ballerina. Miss Nikolina Palova. Ah! Oh. Oh. I would have hurt. See, if you were wearing that hat, that would have. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh my. This is funny. Oh. You're pretty. I like you. I hope you're not a killer. You were right. My name is Nina. I mean Nikolina Palova. But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone. A ballerina on the run. So, woo! Now, as for my second conclusion, you are at this very moment on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime, over there. Oh yes, Miss Palava. Taken unawares, people have the propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. Ah! And I assure you, the eye speaks so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance follows. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. This woman is the ballerina, and she's right in front of our eyes. So clearly she can't be inside that traveling case as well. No, that's right. It seems she wasn't abducted at all. In which case, what is the crime this young woman is apparently committing? Oh, I can see I'm going to have to step in and fix the great detective's mistake again. You seem to look pleased, Naruhodo-san. Do you like the idea of another chance to dance around with Mr. Sholmes? Stop it! Anyway, there must be something else here that shows what this woman is up to. Oh. Maybe she stole the tiara? Wow, look at that dazzling tiara. I've never seen anything like it. Are those real diamonds, do you think? Oh, Naruhodo-san, try it on! What? Me? Isn't it usually girls who wear tiaras? Wouldn't you like to try it on? Oh no, I couldn't possibly. It's far too beautiful. Why did this tiara look familiar? I feel like I've seen it somewhere recently. Huh. What else is there to investigate? Oh, outside of the traveling case, what else is there? This? Yeah. The waste paper basket? Let's have a little look inside. Naruhodo-san. It's poor etiquette to go sifting through someone's rubbish, you know. Ah, those eyes. She's looking at me like I'm a piece of rubbish now. However, these are special circumstances, I think. Exactly. We have no choice. Oh? There's hardly anything in here at all. Oh, well, that's a little disappointing. Wait, but those are papers. Okay, I have a thought. What if this woman actually was the one who did end up committing the crime of Kazuma, though? Because he has a book, he has like a journal, and his journal got cut off. We never got to see what he was trying to say. And maybe those are papers. What if those are papers of everything else that he's been writing about? What if? I mean, I could be delusional. The game's not gonna go that direction, but come on. It's a very small case, isn't it? You can see instantly that no person could possibly fit inside there. So, does that tell us that Miss Pavlova's telling glance in that direction was focused on something else? If that's true, though, it doesn't make sense. What do you mean? Well, if there's nothing incriminating inside this case, why did she refuse to let us look inside? Yes, I wonder why. Perhaps she has a perfectly harmless reason, though. Was that everything? I can't imagine there's anything else to examine here. We examined the tiara. We examined this. We examined the traveling case. What else is there? What am I forgetting? What am I not seeing? The chair? Like, can we examine the trailer? Wait, how do I...
Yes!
Yeah, let's try the tiara. The proof of your crime is surely this tiara. Oh! Wait, was I right? I believe this tiara is worn on stage by dancers in the Novavik Ballet, is it not? Indeed, it would appear to be identical to the tiara pictured here in this newspaper article. And if the reporting is to be believed, it's an item worth 20,000 rubles. In summary, the crime you've committed is theft. Oh no. Yes, you left your ballet troupe, unlawfully taking their precious tiara with you. Ah! Wait, really? Oh, she's a thief. Interesting. I have no one, no family, no friends. I am all alone, and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how do you say, an Earl of Prussia. It belongs to me. This girl is only 15 years old, and she's run away all by herself. Aww. She must have been extremely lonely. Alright, I will tell you everything. There is no point to hiding it now. Come, come, let us not be hasty. What? There remains one unsolved mystery about you. Mystery? What do you mean? Hi, Psycho, I see. You've staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours in our presence. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, that there exists some reason why you wish it to remain closed. Is that not so, Miss Pallava? My dear girl, there is no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Yes, I notice you, Psycho. Indeed. I have a very good idea of the contents of your case, even before I've ever laid eyes on them. Dear me. We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless coup d'oeil betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Oh, yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the books on the shelf. He's completely changed tack with his deduction now. I think Mr. Sholmes is adapting his logic to the changing circumstances, don't you? Maybe, but why has he suddenly brought the bookshelf into all of this? It's just a wild guess, surely. Oh, do you think so? Well, it doesn't seem likely that the reason why this young woman doesn't want to open her case wouldn't have been written in a book that doesn't even belong to her. Yes, that's true, but still. Miss Pallava certainly did cast her eyes in that direction. I noticed it myself. There has to be another reason why she won't open her case. And it must be somewhere in the same area, if that's where her gaze was involuntarily drawn. I agree, that's the only answer. Whatever she has hidden inside that case, it should be revealed by following her gaze in the direction of the bookcase. Huh. Can I... Ooh. This is a charming little picture, isn't it? What is it? Someone climbing a steep mountainside? Or descending one, seems to me. When you've been on the flat sea for a while, maybe you start seeing hills and mountains and everything. Okay, Psycho. Ah, it looks like these are all the same books that we have in our cabin. I suppose the steward likes to make sure passengers have plenty to read for the long voyage. And have you noticed how all the books have fallen over, just like in Kazuma-sama's cabin? It's almost like someone's taken a sweep at them. Maybe Miss Pallava? While she was practicing her ballet. Anyway, the point is, we don't have time to look through all these books at the moment. We couldn't even if we wanted to. They're all in Russian. Well, that's a relief. Let's try our luck elsewhere. Yeah, no kidding. Well, I guess we can examine the rules of passage. These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Burya. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Okay, she has a pet. That's why, it's because she has a pet animal. She has a pet animal. There was exactly the same notice in our cabin too. I wonder what happens if you break the rules. Oh dear, I'm sure the punishment would be severe, Naruhodo-san. You'd probably be left to drift in the freezing cold ocean. Or shut inside a tiny wardrobe for days on end. So I've actually been serving time for weeks now, have I? I think it's this!
Yes!
Yes. The reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the rules of passage. Yeah, we got her! Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Inside that case of yours is something forbidden from carriage on this vessel. It's a pet animal! What kind of animal? Show us, show us. That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. What animal is it? What animal? Let me know. I want to know what animal it is. As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time. But no weapon or other dangerous item would move on its own accord. Which leaves out one possibility. Miss Palava inside your traveling case. Is the last item listed as forbidden in the vessel's rules of passage. A pet. Oh, this moment is so cute. This is cute. Oh, I wanna see if I can like. Psycho, are you here? The Psycho. I'll wait for Psycho to come back because I want somebody to screenshot this for me. Well, I don't know. Maybe. Well, no. I'll wait. Let's see. Well, I guess he didn't state how long he was gonna be gone for. Oh well. I guess I'll continue. I don't mind. A pet though, what kind of pet? Ah! Oh. Solved! The case has been solved. Let's go. Elementary. Elementary, my dear Watson. So clearly, you aren't who you said you were. No, I am not Grimsby Relot. My real name is Nicolina Palava. Everything you said was correct. You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland. Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel. Which couldn't have been easy. The Birya is a huge steamship with a vast crew. Could she really have stuck on board without being noticed? In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the disguise of an old gentleman. And you intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. Interesting. Yeah. Yet to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. So, if it was just you about to cut off your own hair, Who was it that let out the scream we heard from outside the cabin? That veritable tinkling of a bell? Why, none other than this young lady, naturally. More like a full set of pipes, if you ask me. I was so scared when I ran away in Shanghai. I was sure they would come looking for me. That's why I decided to, how do you say, disgust myself? No, no one would recognize me. As a result, you transformed yourself into that questionable old man. I see. I like her little theme. It's cute. I put on the fur hat and fake beard. Then just before you came in here, I saw in the newspaper. Right on the page, there was a picture of me. Aww. I was so frightened. I couldn't stop from screaming. Aww. I knew that if I didn't change my appearances completely, they would find me. Aww. So I decided to cut all my hair as fastly as possible. I picked up the scissors in my hand and... At that precise moment, we walked in through the annoyingly unlocked cabin door. Annoyingly unlocked door. Things happen like that sometimes, don't they? Things do indeed happen like that from time to time. Are those two even talking about the same thing? I have no idea. There's just one more thing I'd like to know. What exactly do you have inside your traveling case? You were right, it is my dear friend inside. My only friend in the whole world. Aww. Please, don't tell anyone. If the captain finds out, if you say to any of the crew... Your secret is safe with us, I assure you. But in return, you must tell us in as much detail as you can muster about the events of last night. Yes, alright. I will tell you. Woo! Well, Mr. Naruhodo, wasn't it something... Mr. Sholmes' great deduction? It was certainly something, yes. I'm just not entirely sure what. But at least Miss Palavala has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible. Indeed, it is incredible. And one more thing. Oh yes, what? Observe your wrists. They're back on. Oh, your hands are cuffed again. What? But how? True to my word, I have restored your shackles. When and why? There is still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm sorry to say, it can't be helped at the moment. Can't it? Really? Anyway, let's listen to what Miss Palaval has to say. I can't go on not knowing. I have to find out what the speckled band that Kazuma-sama wrote about in his diary really was. Okay. I think this is a good stopping point. So next time we will be discussing the events of what she saw during last night. And maybe she knows something about the crime scene. Maybe she heard like a man or a woman come into their room. Who knows? Woo! But that was really cool. I really loved the whole deduction aspect that they did with Mr. Holmes. Or Sholmes. Yeah, with Mr. Sholmes. That was really fascinating, and I liked the little animation that went along with it. It was like... It was pretty. Honestly, for like a mystery solving game, that was very, very pretty to like... How to go about like... Discussing, like trying to figure out a person's crime... trying to figure out the truth and all that. That was so cool. So yeah, next time we will talk to her quite some more and go from there. Let's see if there's anybody we can raid. Thank you all for coming. Who's online right now? Oh. There's a VTuber that's AFK right now, but he's streaming. Let's see. Oh, No, let's see. Oh, I know who we can. Okay. Oh, Nobuyuki Volpe. Let's see. /raid. Nobuyuki Volpe. I think that's how you say it. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Thank you all for coming. We're ready. Woo.